with the opposition. Joining me on the telecast is Sujata, Pandey, political analyst, as well as Himanshu, Bhatt, political analyst. First of all, I'd like to start the conversation with Sujata. Thank you so much for joining us on the telecast. Sujata, I've already talked about the look at his life. He has showed what it's like to be a true statesman. And when you take a look at his life, what was your first perspective when he resigned?
First is that he's given this reason that he's in a medical condition. And I would not like to speculate. I would like to believe that what is written. However, there are a lot of chatter on the social media. But then, as you know, as responsible TV media or as analysts, we should not indulge in speculation unless we have certain, confidential yet something which we are very, very sure of it. But right now, I would like to go with what he stated as his health concern. However, it looks untimely, and it was supposed to create this kind of stir which is created in the political arena. You know, everybody's talking about that, what could be the reason and why did he resign suddenly, etc. But there are reports that he's been hospitalized, he was under medical condition, etc. But then, one thing is for sure that we have seen people coming to the parliament, not leaving their chair or position because they wanted to somehow be in that spot. Dhankar Saab has actually risen above that, and I think he has shown that whatever comes, the country and the duty was first for him. So for me, that's a good thing. And then look at his journey. Like, he was born in a small village in Rajasthan, and he's not like the typical your usual Delhi power player. He was the son of the soil, a kisan putra, how they say it. And he rose through sheer merit from the High Court bar to the corridors of the parliament, and later as a governor of the West Bengal. He showed that what grit looks like in public life, and it also showed the beauty of the Indian democracy. And also, if you look at his journey, his rise wasn't really handed to me. It was he earned this. So this position, this post that he occupied, and the way he conducted, all was his own merit. And through the years of the parliament, advocating the underrepresented, and more recently defending the dignity of the constitution institution, talking about judiciary out in open, I think he had carved a niche for himself. Unlike the other vice presidents, he is going down in history as one of the most vocal, and someone who doesn't mince his words, someone who talks his heart out. And if it is about the country, he'll put the country above than his political interest also. So for me, I think he has made his mark, and no matter what is the reason of his resignation, the tenure that he's conducted, I think they would be remembered. Because if you see, look at the reforms also that he's done, the digital transformation of the proceedings, what happened, they increased transparency, smoother online documents were available for the MPs, and MPs will themselves vet all of this. There were time-bound debates. Even if there was ideological differences, he was ready to give time to each other. You'd hear the bites of the Kapil Sibal and the opposition leader, who once mocked him outside parliament, and there was, of course, a lot of thing about it, that sitting vice president when Dhankar Saab was in the chair. But still, now what they're saying is that he was always ready to meet people, always ready to give time. And also the first time MP's orientation reforms also that he's done, I think he's done it with really panache, and it shows his capability as a lawyer and what he brought to the table when he became as a vice president. Then, if you see his banter with the Jaya Bachchan or Khargeji, I think he told what the nation wanted to hear. He showed that chair dignity is above Rajnitik Nautanki, and I think whatever the tenure that he conducted, he was known as someone who is witty, who knows his game, who knows rules, who knows regulation, who knows how to conduct himself in the Rajya Sabha. So I think he has done his bit, and he's reaching. I mean, whatever feedback I have got is that he was always reachable. He was reachable to people coming from the villages. He was reachable to people from his constituency, past constituencies, to the MPs. So he was a very reachable vice president. So unlike someone who let disruption become their identity, I think Dhankar Sahab brought back order and, more importantly, respect for parliamentary norms. This is what I feel that is very, very significant.
Yes.
If you really see Dhankar entire conduct as a vice president. But
Yes.
of course, I mean, we will have to wait and see that who comes in his position. Right now it's only speculation. There are chatter about Nitish Kumar being one of the candidates. There are chatter about even Shivraj Singh Chauhan, or someone saying that probably Manoj Sinha can be brought back as the vice president. But you never know until, because it is Modi's era, you really can't speculate. So, yeah.
Yes, obviously, Sujata, right now there's all kinds of speculations going around, but we would like to believe that when he's citing health reasons, that might be one of the reasons. And joining me on the telecast is Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist. Himanshu Bhatt, as a journalist, what do you think of Dhankar's innings as a Rajya Sabha chairman? When we're talking about not just the fact that him as a Rajya Sabha chairman, him as an advocate as well, and what he has done in terms of judiciary as well as the fact that when we're talking about his interaction with the opposition, we have seen several times there have been so many banters between the opposition and Vice President Dhankhar as well. What do you think as a journalist when you're looking at his innings as a Rajya Sabha chairman?
Well, let me tell you one thing first. As a Rajya Sabha chairman, his innings was unexpectedly spectacular. You need to understand that in context. Because he is one of the, I'll put it that way, he was the person who spoke his heart out. He never shied away from talking to anything. See, be it any case, be it any proceedings of the House, if you look at that, even probably for BJP people, BJP think tank, he was a surprise. And in such a case, yes, there are some, health reasons being cited, but I have my own doubts that there might be some bigger responsibility for Mr. Dhankhar, and so he's being eased out from this. And when I say bigger responsibility, don't forget a couple of things. BJP is looking for a national president to set their house in order before 2029 Lok Sabha elections.
All right.
And who better than Dhankar? This is what is happening. And you need to understand that he's been talking straight about the judicial reform. He's been persistently telling people that this is what we need to do. If India has to be a developed nation by 2047, we need to follow the path of the progression that we have undertaken in last 2 years. And so I expect quite a few things from him. And only health reason, if it's going away, well, it's a sad loss for the Indian polity, I would say. It's a sad loss for Indian polity.
All right, Himanshu Bhatt, I'd like you and Sujata Pandey to stay on with us as we take a look at Dhankar's tenure as well.